गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। सच्चिदानन्दरूपाय विश्वोत्पत्त्यादिहेतवे तापत्रयविनाशाय श्रीकृष्णाय वयं नमः। श्रीकृष्णाय वयं नमः। ॐ योऽन्तः प्रविश्य मम वाचमिमां प्रसुप्तां सञ्जीवयत्यखिलशक्तिधरस्वधाम्नाम् अन्याष्टहस्तचरणश्रवणत्वगादीन् प्राणान् नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यम्। प्राणान् नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यम्। प्राणान् नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यम्। हाँ पीछे नीचे चाहिए नीचे रखा दिस इज बेटर नाउ आई एम at the point. Okay, so we are in Srimad Bhagavatam and we are in Canto 12, Chapter 10, verse number 26, and we are looking at last week we explained how Lord Shiva and our Parvati Amma, they came while they were going by the Akash Marg, they saw sage Markandeya and they came, and whenever I told you all the mechanics of how Ishvara and Prakriti function, meaning how husband wife and should function, नहीं तो सिर्फ बीवी की चलती है, कहीं पे सिर्फ पति की चलती है, यहाँ पे सिंक्रोनाइजेशन चाहिए ना, and that was perfect synchronization when we see whatever the Lord Shiva thinks, Parvati speaks. That connection should be there, and we explained all that last week, and they said to sage Markandeya that any one of us, Brahma, Vishnu or myself, whenever we give darshan to anyone, it doesn't go without any go waste. When we come, we only give to give boons. So please so you must ask for a boon, and in this way that, and why we have come. So he says Lord Shiva is now singing the glory of sage Markandeya with all the qualities that he narrated here in the verse number 20th and 21st. Brahmana sadhava shanta nisanga bhuta vatsala ekanta bhakta asmasu nirvaira samadarshinaha saloka lokapalastan vandatyarchanti upasate aham cha bhagavan brahma swayam cha haririshwaraha. So shanta brahmana, who is a sadhava, I gave you sadhu purush is who is atmarat, who is kshama pradhan, goes only forgiving everyone even if people do something wrong, whose presence itself is auspicious, gives more than he takes. His presence itself is a blessing. Then, and why is it so? Why is he called a sadhu? Because brahmanas, people nowadays talk Brahman. Day before yesterday someone came home Huh? And and they came and they said, uh, Swamiji, do you eat meat? Oh, मेरे को कोई problem. No, they are Brahmin. No, we cannot live without eating meat. See? So, we are not here eating meat or not eating meat, drinking or not drinking. We are here, Brahmana is he or that such a person who is, last week we talked about, I think, he who is oriented towards the Brahman. Brahman means Parmeshwar, Brahman means the Paramatma, Brahman means the Narayana, Ishvara, whatever name you want to give him. Huh? And what makes this Brahman, so many Brahmanas are who are Veda Pathi, who are great intellectuals, but are they sadhus? No, they are going around with the arrogance of knowledge. Such people are also there. Many yogis are there who are very proud of their yoga and their knowledge of scriptures or whatever. Then what are the qualities that make a Brahman into a sadhu? And these are the qualities. What is that? Shanta means he is absolutely contented, fulfilled, quiet, calm, cool, collected within. Nissanga, he is not attached to anything. Frankly, we talk about attachment, detachment. You must have heard in many lectures in so many places. From us also you must have heard. But the fact is that in this creation, by nature, by Prakriti, the nature means Prakriti, by nature, nothing can be attached to anything. If you observe, what is it that you can be attached to? What can you be attached to? Can you be attached to seeing all the time? No, you have to blink, detach. So and what you have seen, you cannot see it again, because by that time that person has also changed. You have also changed. Everything is changing. Every moment. Someone sent the SMS, or I forwarded it, I think. Please circulate to everyone. वो forward आ गया था, मैंने नहीं भेजता ऐसे. But उसमें all the time, for trillionth of a day of the time, trillionth ब्रेकअप, इतना ब्रेकअप करके उन्होंने दिया है अपने शास्त्रों में. देखा था तुमने? अपने शामसंग पे भेजा था. हाँ. So continuously it is changing, time is changing, space is changing, objects are changing. Nissanga, Bhutavatsalaha. What is another quality of a sadhu purush? Bhutavatsala, he who is considering, Bhuta means the entire space which is covering the entire creation. Vatsala considers as his own, is the mother. That's why we call Jnaneshwar Mauli. Why? The whole world is a child for that mother. Ammachi, for her, the entire creation is a child, is her child. So same, Bhuta Vatsalaha. Ekanta, who enjoys his own company, doesn't run after anyone, doesn't need, need to download every now and then to someone, happy in his own company or her company. Then Bhaktaha, he is a devotee. And how do you define yourself a devotee? How do you consider yourself to be a devotee? Because you have built a temple, because you are giving a lecture on Bhagavatam, because you are wearing sannyasi clothes, because you got all the marks, the right marks. Is that what makes a devotee? No. Devotee is he who is ever in connection in his heart, with every throb, inside us there is a continuous pulse going on. Heartbeat, just call it heartbeat, the throb. With that throb, continuously he is at one ment with the divine, and that therefore he is bhakta. And what is the result of this bhakta? His vision has transformed. He is not looking at the world as separate from him. He is seeing it as. Yesterday, someone called me. His name is someone. So, he is a motor mechanic. He came from India, worked here in motor mechanic. Now he is looking for some job. He was going to go away to India. He booked his ticket and then he says cancelled. And after cancelling, he came home and he called me. Why? कौन है भाई? मैं कहा, tell me, who are you? He says, Swamiji, I came and we had a satsang and this and that. I was planning to go to Vrindavan, but I decided not to go. The calling came from inside that I must, before I take sannyas, I must serve the Lord first. I said, good. Oh, how do you want to serve? He says, हर जगह पे लोगों का थिंक कहाँ कहाँ जाते हैं, कैसे कैसे लोग आते हैं. अच्छी थिंकिंग है, बुरी नहीं है. तो क्या in Australia everywhere there is halal certified. Why? We should be sattvic certified. It should not be halal certified. And he made a complete. मैंने तेरा नंबर नहीं दिया, तेरा भी दूंगा उसको. So he says, when he gave me a big lecture, अच्छी बात है, करना चाहिए, क्यों नहीं करना चाहिए? Why it should be halal certified? Why the animals must suffer because of, and why only one particular community? That's his calling. मैं कहा करो, करना है तो. If but पहले उसको समझा दिया मैंने कि if you go into this, अब तुम एक बार घुस गए इसके अंदर, फिर उसके बाद त्रास भी ही मिलेगा. Many people will listen, many people will throw you out, many people will not listen, but whatever he is doing, he is sending it to every parliamentarian, every state government, premiers and सबको भेज रहा है. फिर इधर की जितनी organizations हैं, and then he wants to get so that it comes to Sattvic certified, not he doesn't want it Sattvic certified, but it should not be at least halal certified. Yeah? Because halal certified means when that particular food on which halal certified is written, when it is being packed, उनका वो प्रेयर चलते रहना चाहिए, तभी वो पैकिंग होगा. देन अदरवाइज मैंने कहा ऐसे कौन करता है, इंडिया में कौन करेगा? ये तो सिर्फ लिखने के लिए है, इट्स मार्केटिंग गिमिक. नहीं, बट एटलीस्ट people are accepting it, no? So it should not be.
It is a type of killing also. When they kill the animal, they
No, it's not only. It's only not animal. It's also about all other products. Vegetables पे भी आता है halal certified. आपके मसालों पे भी आता है halal certified. दाल के ऊपर, चावल के ऊपर भी आता है halal certified. Why? Because while packing, their prayers are going on. That's how it has to be packed. If it is halal certified. So he says, but I'm not following that. Why should I listen? I said, करो जो करना है. चाबी लगा दी. करता रहेगा अभी जब उसको पूरा वैराग्य होगा कि ये दुनिया को बदल नहीं सकते. नहीं, बट इट्स अ कॉलिंग. मैंने कहा ठीक है, तेरी कॉलिंग है तो कर. फिर सिर्फ भगवान का नाम लेने से क्या होता है? मैंने कहा बिल्कुल ठीक बात है. किसी को सीधे से समझ नहीं आता तो ही दैट पर्सन हैज़ टू एक्सपीरियंस एंड देन कम टू हिज पाथ. सो एंड एकांत भक्ता निर्वैराहा इज he does not hate or dislike anyone. And lastly, samadarshinaha. When you have even one of these qualities, automatically it will lead to equanimity. He looks at everyone with an equal eye. Nobody is higher, nobody is lower. For him, everyone is him only, everyone is the Lord only. And in this manner, and these are the qualities, Bhagwan is saying it, these are the qualities of a Brahmana or a sadhu. And who is this sadhu? Sage Markandeya, to whom he is talking. And this is how, just like when we want something from the Lord, we sing his glory, no? So Bhagwan is singing the glory of the Bhakta. Bhagwan is singing the glory of the Mahatma, Sage Markandeya. And therefore, and all few other things he spoke about. And then he says by merely hearing about you or seeing people like you. Shravanad darshanad va api महापातकिनोपि वह. Merely by darshana, shravanad, by hearing about Mahatmas like you. Just before you guys came, or when I was taking shower, when I'm taking shower, I always put on some, either I'm singing, listening to a bhajan. But today I was listening to someone telling the story of a Tibetan Baba on YouTube, and it is in 2 parts, and you can try Yogesh voice, and you can so many Mahatmas he has talked about. So I was listening, तो पूरा मेरा नहाना धोना सब तक कपड़े वपड़े पहनते हुए थे, तब तक उसकी स्टोरी कंप्लीट हो गई. आधा घंटा 40 मिनट्स, है ना, इतना सुंदर. तो यहाँ पे बोलते हैं कि सिर्फ सुनने से अंदर, सिर्फ सुनते सुनते वैराग्य उत्पन्न होना शुरू हो जाता है. देखो, फिर सब कुछ छोड़ के जाने का जी करता है कि कहाँ बैठे हैं यार, लेक्चर दे रहे हैं, सूप बना रहे हैं, वीडिंग एवरी सेकेंड डे वीडिंग कर रहे हैं, कहाँ फंसे हुए हैं इस चक्कर में. भागो यहाँ से. क्योंकि वो तिब्बतन बाबा ही वेंट ऑल द वे टू मंगोलिया, सर्बिया, साइबेरिया, और फिर वहाँ से सब घूम घाम के फिर वापस आए. तो just merely Shravanath, merely by listening about such masters like you, merely by having vision of masters like you, Darshanad, where are we? Seeing people like you, even great sinners and lowest bonds too get purified. What wonder then that people should get purified by conversing with you and so on. और कितना. तो भगवान बाकियों की बात कर रहे हैं. भगवान इज फीलिंग, क्योंकि भगवान के हु इज भगवान डिवोटी ऑफ? भगवान इज डिवोटी ऑफ हिज ज्ञानी भक्त, नॉट फालतू के भक्त का नहीं. ज्ञानी भक्त का वो ही इज रनिंग, लुकिंग फॉर वेयर इज दिस विदाउट हिपोक्रेसी. कहाँ है वो भक्त जो कोई माला नहीं पहनता, कोई पर्टिकुलर टोपी नहीं पहनता, कोई सब साइंस नहीं लगाता, कोई तुलसी माला या रुद्राक्ष माला. मेरे को स्वच्छंद भक्त चाहिए, जिसका कोई आडंबर नहीं है. आडंबर मीन्स देयर इज नो हिपोक्रेसी. ही इज ओनली, डज नॉट मैटर if he has all these things or doesn't have, but is he who is truly knowing me, and that is a jnani bhakta. And our sage Markandeya is a jnani bhakta. It is not only emotional bhakta nahi hai. Emotional bhakta means rona dhona, going into ecstasy, coming out of ecstasy, and still considering the world to be a problem. Just like I said, भागो यहाँ से, problem. तो भगवान feels blessed. Bhagwan doesn't need blessing, but he feels blessed when he is able to serve the Brahmanas, when he is in the company of such Brahmanas and such sadhus, when he is able to converse with such masters. See? So how much more important it is for us that we should think about masters, we should read their biographies, we should attend satsangs, we should at every opportunity we should engage with them. Suta uvacha iti chandralalamasya dharma guhyopabhrunhitam vachomrutayanam rushihi natropyat karnayo piban sachiram mayaya vishnoho भ्रामिता कर्षितो भृशं शिववागमृतध्वस्तः क्लेशपुञ्जस्तमब्रवीत् The sage did not feel sated while drinking in the words of Lord Shiva, who wears the crescent as an ornament on his head, which were full of the secret of dharma, virtue, and the very abode of nectar, as it were to the ears. Having been made to revolve for long by the Maya, deluding potency of Lord Vishnu, and subjected to a severe trial, the sage was relieved of all his afflictions by the nectar like words of Lord Shiva and spoke to him as follows. लोग कहते हैं, many people, many seekers are there, you keep hearing them. This fellow also, who wants to serve the Lord by bringing Sattvic certified. Swami, when is Bhagwan going to give me darshan? You know, I said, first you start working. He says, नहीं बट मेरे को काम करने का इच्छा ही नहीं करता. तो मैंने कहा, हाउ डज योर वाइफ सर्वाइव? डोल. हाँ, मैंने कहा आ गया ना लाइन पे. So first you learn to live without a handout. What you are saying कि मेरे को I don't feel like working, any job I take, after a few days I leave it. It is because you are lazy. It's because you are lazy. If you are a devotee is always inspired. Always inspired. You may not be earning money. It's a different matter. But that devotee who wants to do seva is ever inspired, is having a positive outlook towards life. Why is having positive outlook? Because every moment is an opportunity to serve the Lord. So where's the time of rest? Isn't it? दिन भर बिस्तर में पड़े रहो. I don't want to live with my wife, but what? No, she should bring the tea in the morning, she should make the breakfast in the morning, she should bring the lunch in the afternoon, she should bring the dinner. And then I have a 3-year-old baby also. मैंने कहा वृंदावन जाके क्या करेगा? 3 साल की बच्ची के बारे में बार बार सोचता रहेगा? इधर रहे, काम कर, पापड़ बेल, and when provide for them, and when they have provided for them, then you go, then vairagya will come. You have become, the laziness has caught you from inside right now, and you want to give it good names that I got vairagya. It is not vairagya. Vairagi people don't ask. They don't ask. They don't take permission. So here he also wants Bhagwan's darshan. मैंने कहा क्या करेगा दर्शन लेके? दर्शन लेके करेगा क्या? उसके बाद क्या? Then I told him, like I told here also, Dhruva also got the darshan of, but afterwards what change happened in him? Nothing. Our Akhandanandji, he got the darshan of Krishna, dancing Krishna. His life changed. Oh, my life will, till only in that expectation, but that Lord will come and present himself only when he deems it necessary that you are ready. By your wish he doesn't come. But here Sri Markandeya, to him Bhagwan has come and given the darshan. And who is Lord Shiva? Trishuladhari, Chandradhari, Sarpadhari, Gangadhari, Charmadhari, and all this. He is an abode of auspiciousness. On one hand, Bhagwan is telling sages like him are abode of auspiciousness, and on other hand, this sage Markandeya, when he looks at the Lord, he feels Krutakrutya. So Bhagwan, it's Parasparam Bhavayanda. Both are feeling the same in each other's company. And more so because, remember the story? You were not there, but you listened last week. That our Markandeya, he wanted to experience the Maya of the Lord. So he was sitting in his kutia, at the foot of a mountain or by the banks of a lake, and while he is meditating, suddenly Bhagwan ne kaha, acha tathastu. But when he did not say, so he is sitting in meditation, Bhagwan ki maya shuru ho gayi. Suddenly he found that the entire place has been flooded in the waters and the mountains have also sunk, but he is floating. Everything is gone. Mahapralaya. And he is going into the mouths of crocodiles and coming out. He is going into the mouths of snakes and into the mouths of whales and sharks, and they are spitting him out. But he is not dying. He gets pulled into the whirlpool. He goes underwater, comes out. Again, feels good, I am able to breathe. But again he is pulled down and again. And this went on for not 1 or 2 or 3, but millions of years. And then one day, after millions of years, he saw that there is a small piece of land jutting out. On that land there is a banyan tree, and on the below that banyan tree, on a banyan leaf, a small baby is lying with holding his toe and sucking on his toe. Photo देखी होगी कहीं. So he runs towards it, and as he quickly swims towards it, as he comes close to it, as the child is breathing, he gets pulled into with the breath into his nostrils, goes inside the body of the baby, and again he finds sitting himself in the ashram, and again the pralaya, the flood happens. Again he goes through another million years of tossing, and again he looks at a baby Krishna. Again he goes towards it. Again he gets pulled in. This goes on. And one day, by his grace of God, suddenly his meditation breaks and he finds himself sitting in his ashram without anything has happened. And from that time, he has held on to the name of the Lord Narayana. But Bhagwan has not, he has given him darshan as that small baby. But now, after having gone through this millions of years of shunting, he is nonplussed. He is in a blank space, continuously taking the name of the Lord Narayana. Then Lord Shiva comes to him, and this prasanga is taking place. And therefore, when he looks at Lord Shiva, he feels blessed. Thank God that I have come out of this. He remembers that I asked the boon that, oh Lord, I want to see your Maya. बहुत ज़्यादा लंबा पीरियड हो गया, देख ली माया, थक गया देख के. And now he is sitting, and it was a very, a blissful respite from all that experience of Maya when he looks at the Lord. And having been made to revolve, here he is saying that in the second, Sachiram Mayaya Vishnoho Brahmita Karshito Mrujam Shiva Vag Amrita Dhvasta Klesha Punjasta Mabravit. So the sage was relieved of all his afflictions by the nectarine word of the Lord. Which Lord? Lord Shiva. Narayana did not come and tell him. It is Lord Shiva who is coming and reminding him and singing the praise of the Brahmanas like him. Rishiruvacha Aho Ishvara Lileyam Durvibhavya Sharirinam Yannamanti Shitavyani Stuvanti Jagadishvaraha Dharmam Grahayitum Prayaha Pravaktarascha Dehinam Acharantyanumodante Kriyamanam Stuvanti Cha Naitavata Bhagavataha Swamayamaya Vruttibihi Na Dushyetanubhavastaihi Mayina Kuhakam Yatha Srushtvedam Manasa Vishwam Atmananupravishyayah Gunai Kurvadbhirabhati कर्तेव स्वप्नदृग् यथा तस्मै नमो भगवते त्रिगुणाय गुणात्मने केवलाय द्वितीयाय गुरवे ब्रह्ममूर्तये कं वृणेनु परं भूमन् वरं त्वद्वरदर्शनात् यद्दर्शनात् पूर्णकामः सत्यकामः पुमान् भवे वरमेकं वृणेथापि पूर्णात् कामाभिवर्षणात् भगवत्यच्युतां भक्तिं तत्परेषु तथा त्वयि. Rishis are saying, who are the rishis? Shaunakadi Rishi. So how did Bhagavad begin? Shaunakadi Rishi wanted to hear the Bhagavatam from Sut Maharaj. Then Sut Maharaj said, I will tell you, when I heard it, I was in the congregation when Shukdevji Maharaj was telling Parikshit, and then he narrated, from his memory he is narrating the whole story. Now that Bhagavat is complete, now we are coming towards the end of it. And Aho Ishwar, so these Rishi, Shaunakadi Rishi, Sut is lower than a Brahmana. I told you last time, Sut is a Brahman mother and a Kshatriya or Vaishya father. So frankly speaking, our Rishi Badarayana Vedavyas, he is also not a Brahman, because his mother was a fisherwoman and Parashar was the Rishi. Ulta, okay, वैसे भी हो सकता है. So he was not a, but he became instrumental in us getting the scriptures today, isn't it? Who else? Valmiki Maharaj, he was also not a Brahman. Some people say he was a Brahman, but he, because of something he did, so he was thrown out of the country, and he resorted to killing and looting people and forgot that he was a Brahmana and that was invoked by the presence of Narad Muni. तो ऐसे बोलते हैं. But these are, and this Sut Maharaj is telling Bhagavatam to all the saints and sages. How many? Not one or two. Thousands, tens of thousands. And these Shaunakadi Rishi. So who is the spokesman for all the rishis? Shaunak Rishi. He is saying, Aho Ishwara Lileyam Durvibhavya Sharirinam Yannamanti Shitavyani Stuvanti Jagadishwaraha. Oh, Aho, lo, this pastime of the Almighty Lord is difficult to conceive for embodied creatures like us. Because such a variety of Leelas the Lord has done. That Lord Shiva came and spoke to Markandeya, and he spoke in this manner. You think among these rishis, who else is there? There is not only Shaunakadi, all the Sapta rishis are also sitting there. You think they have not had the darshan of the Lord? They have also had darshan of the Lord. But he who is a sadhu, he who is samadarshi means equanimous, who is living every moment, he is in the now, he is ever in wonderment. It doesn't take anything for granted. And therefore, that this event that is being presented to all these Shaunakadi rishis, they are finding it, wow, our mind is not able to handle this. It cannot conceive such a thing. As if first time they have heard it. As if they see, majority times with us human beings, what happens? We have a wonderful event, we have some out of the ordinary experience in our life. We keep narrating it to everyone. That this happened to us, Bhagwan graced us like this, and it was such a uncanny, deja vu, blah blah, something, and we keep repeating it. Not these masters. They are always in the present. And when you are in the present, everything you are looking at for the first time. Everything is absolutely new, absolutely fresh, and therefore a wonderment. Just as every time you see the rainbow, it is a wonderment, isn't it? You don't have a memory of a previous rainbow. Yes, something from the plane you may see a round rainbow, or when you are coming on the Monash freeway, many times we have come, we can see the rainbow starting from there, and it's like a gateway over the Monash freeway, and you are entering through it. Something different. But every time it presents differently. We have, on Monash freeway, I have seen double rainbows. But whenever you see it, it's wonderful. Whenever I see these kids, last time when you came, Thursday you came, that time I saw them, till yesterday they were playing on our, again, we take a reference of the past. But now, suddenly they have grown, throat is broken, sorry, not throat is broken, voice is broken, voice box is broken. See? So it's a wonderment ki how quickly the time is passing. That these kids have grown. Till yesterday they were playing on our laps, including this monkey, this back one. I was feeding her in your house. So how quickly the time passes, it's a wonderment. We are seeing her every time, but if you are in the present moment, everything is new. And for these rishis also, they say it is difficult to conceive for embodied creatures like us, following which rulers of the universe bow to and glorify those who deserve to be commanded by them. So we deserve to be commanded by the rulers of the universe. Who are the rulers of the universe? Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh. Ishvara does not control the universe. Why? Ishvara is everything. And his potentiality, the Maya Shakti, is for Ishvara, she is unmanifest. When she manifests, Ishvara also becomes unmanifest. When she manifests, Ishvara also manifests as Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh with respect to Maya, who expresses as Sattva, Rajas, Tamas, which is Brahmani, Lakshmi and Parvati. See? So Ishvara doesn't do anything. It is these fellows, Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh, who are controlling the embodied beings. So he says, yes, we deserve to be commanded by them because we can't understand what you understand. और हमेशा अपने आप को बेवकूफ़ बना के ही रखना है, तभी प्लेसिंग आती है. ज़्यादा स्मार्ट बन गए 30 मार्क कहाँ बने तो फटाफट एक लेसन आ जाता है. तो यह सेज धर्मम ग्राहयितुम प्रायः प्रवक्तारश्च देहिनाम आचरन्त्यनुमोदन्ते क्रियमाणं स्तुवन्ति च. In order to teach righteous conduct to the people at large, what is the righteous conduct? Dharma. Dharmam grahayitum. To teach or to impart the righteous conduct to people, those teachers of embodied beings as general rule not only practice such conduct themselves but also express approbation of and applaud it when practiced by others. So who are such people? They are Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh. They are practicing the dharma and they are ready to teach it also. What is Shiva Sutra? He taught it to Parvati. And that time Markandeya Rishi and other Mahatmas were sitting in front of them. And where was Parvati sitting that time? On his lap. That great yogi is giving the Yoga Sutras or Shiva Sutras, keeping his Ardhangini on his lap, on his throne meaning on his ice block, that is his throne, and addressing whom? Parvati as well as all the Shaunakadi Rishi. Now you take it for yourself. Who is Shiva? The Purusha Tattva, the self. Who is the Parvati? Your mind. Who is the Shiva? Who is speaking? Lord Shiva is speaking To whom? To the self is speaking to the to the mind. See? Then who are all these? Who are all these? All these are the rishis only. See? And that is why every master says that we are not here to teach you, we are here to teach we are teaching our own. Heater thoda kam kar do yaar, it's too hot. It's not too hot, it's sweating. It is what you call, एक डिस्ट्रैक्शन आ जाता है हीटर का. That you should have heat all the time. नहीं, क्या बोल रहा था मैं? Lord Shiva. Yeah. So we should be that when we are, that all Mahatmas say that we are speaking to our own mind, we are educating our own mind. So when Lord Shiva is giving the teachings of Shiva Sutra, he is addressing Parvati and the rishis, but main Shrota there is Parvati, because the question was from her, and the rishis gathered because they knew something great is going to happen. You understand? Same thing, it's happening everywhere. Every satsang is like that only. So therefore, no Mahatma, no teacher ever says that we are teaching the people and trying to improve the people. We are here to address the mind. Address the mind. This is the dialogue that should go on between you and yourself. Because we are talking to ourselves the most. So what is the quality of dialogue? Two ways. Lord Shiva, what does he do? Most of the time he is silent. Immersed in himself. And when he speaks something meaningful only, no? So he is speaking. So same way here now all these sages who are there, they are saying that this Lord, he is not only following the dharma himself, and because he is following the dharma himself, he is able to communicate it also for the benefit of the sadhakas as well as the people at large, and but also express and applaud it when practiced, and also is able to observe when someone is practicing certain qualities. It doesn't remain hidden from that person, you see. So where will I go to eat truffle? I'll only go to her. To eat dosa, I'll come to her. To eat sambar, I'll go to him or to Vilasini. I got it all corrected. I know where to get what. See? Rasam, Dinesh Zindabad. Recognition. Recognition of a unique quality in everyone. Isn't it? But this is just an example. But if we are integrated within ourselves, any person who comes, you see it automatically becomes self-evident what is the greatness in them. You see? Automatically. But we have to अपने को raise करना है उस level तक. It doesn't come by these eyes. It doesn't come by just mere thinking. It comes by Lord's grace. And that Lord's grace then expresses as expresses as, you can say, as intuitive expression. So here they are saying that because you are great, because you practice, therefore you can teach and also sing the praise and applaud those who are practicing such qualities. If everyone goes around singing the glory of each other, how wonderful world will be. But here we are एक दूसरे की लंगोटी खींचने में लगे रहते हैं, छोड़ते नहीं. कैसे वो बुरा है, कैसे ये ऐसा है, We have to, and but that, but we try to fix the outside. What this boy is trying to do is trying to fix the outside. You have to fix the inside. And let the Lord choose this equipment to get whatever work is to be done. If the Lord has chosen him to do that, then it's good. He will come to know about it. Naitavata bhagavatah swamaya vruttibihi na dushyetaanubhavastaihi mayena kuhakam yatha. The glory of the Almighty Lord in you is not, however, marred by such exemplary conduct in the shape of those actions such as bowing to us, which are but the operation of your Maya enchanting potency, any more than the enchanting power of an enchanter by his conjuring tricks. All this Leela that you are seeing, what is that seeing? That people falling at the sadhakas, sages, rishis, falling at the feet of the Lord washing the feet of his devotees, Lord appearing, manifesting to because the devotee called, and so on. These things you keep hearing. That is all the Leela. And how do you do your Leela? Through your Maya you do your Leela. Because the Ishvara doesn't have to do anything, because he is everything. Why is everything? What is the rule? He is the Nimitta Karan and the Upadan Karan. He is the creator of the creation and he is the material of the creation. That means nothing is separate to him. Therefore he doesn't need to do anything, because he is all that there is. See? If you forget this, then you want to teach. Then you want to improve the world. But if you take that basic premise that Ishvara doesn't need to do anything. See, Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh have a mind. Ishvara doesn't have a mind. Why? His mind, if I say my mind, what is my mind? My potentiality. What is the potentiality of the Ishvara? Prakriti or Maya. What is at Ishvara level? What is it? What is her nature? Unmanifest. So which means his mind, his desire is unmanifest. So he is complete. ये thought कभी नहीं आया, आज पहली बार आया. He is unmanifest. He doesn't need to do anything. Whenever something needs to be done, not because he wants to do it, because nature of Maya is manifest and unmanifest. So before she was unmanifest, now she is manifest. How does she manifest? Sattva, Rajas, Tamas. Immediately with that come Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh. Brahmaji has a mind of creation. Vishnu has a mind of maintenance. Shivji has a mind of destruction. Ishvara has got no mind. See? तो चिंतन की अब ये तुम अपने इस पे लगा लो. So Brahmaji is functioning in the dream for you when you are dreaming. Narayana is functioning when you are awake, and Shivji is functioning when you are sleeping. But you think you need to sleep in order to be functional tomorrow. How they are functioning? तो उसके लिए अपने आप को इंटीग्रेट करो. Come close to the divine throb within you. Become one with it. You cannot change yourself. Only by His grace the change will happen. The change of vision will happen. In spite of differences, see the oneness. It is individual can never come to that conclusion, because individual is a product of duality. He is a product of duality. And integration means where the duality merges, the Shiva Shakti, the Aham Idam, the husband and wife, they become one. फिर इंटीग्रेशन आता है. The self and the mind, they become one. So whatever we are seeing, this whole universe, that Guru, Shishya, devotee, devoted, the teachings going on, people falling at your feet and you serving, all this is the work of the deluding potency, which is your Maya alone. And then सृष्ट्वेदं मनसा विश्वम् आत्मनानुप्रविश्य यः गुणैकुर्वद्भिराभाति कर्तेव स्वप्नदृग्यथा. 2 verses together. Thus, अच्छा ठीक है, we'll see what he says there. In the 31st verse he says, Hail to that Almighty Lord in you, who having evolved the universe by his thought alone, merely by thought. Can Ishvara think? No. Ishvara cannot think. Yet he desired, because where is the desire? Where is the desire? Huh? Individual mind. Why individual mind? Brahma के मन में नहीं है क्या? उसके he also has a desire to serve, keep creating the creation as an offering to the Ishvara. He doesn't know who Ishvara is. Brahmaji till today has not come to know who Ishvara is. He cannot come to know, because he goes looking for it, he will vanish. So he chanted 1721 tap. Then remember, a few chapters ago that thought came, and then Brahmaji, then you look, he kept looking into that empty space. Then he heard the unstruck sound. As he kept focusing on that sound, then he heard Om. With Om came the message that you have to create the creation. That is your job description. We want to do something in life because we have copied this person, we have copied that person, we have copied that person, or we are fed up of taking care of children at home. ऐसे भी होता है ना. किसी के घर गया था, स्वामी जी भिक्षा पे बुलाया. Few years ago, स्वामी जी, I said yes, I want to speak to you. I said बुलाओ, खाने पे बुलाओ, बुलाया. I have been taking care of my children. Now her daughter was that time 11 years old. 11 years I am at home. I have not worked. She used to work before. Now will I get job? Will I not get job? And I am very disturbed, and what should I do? I wanted to talk to someone. Nobody seems to understand that I need to work. I said, yeah, I understand you need to work, but this is also a big job that you have done. This is also work. But I'm tired inside the house. मैंने कहा ठीक है, 1 साल और, या अब तूने बोल दिया तो अब शुरू कर दो ढूंढना. पर मिल ही नहीं रही नौकरी. नहीं मिली, थोड़े दिन के लिए बाद, 6 महीने के बाद मिल गई उसको. अभी फिर भिक्षा पे गया, अभी उसका फर्स्ट क्लास. बट all those years, initially it was a joy to take care of the kids, but because I am not able to get out of the house, I am not able to go and mingle, I think I am going into depression, self-inflicted, I am going into depression, I think. What is this life all the time inside the house and only preparing breakfast, going to dropping the children, picking them up, bringing them back, making sure that the lunch is ready, then making sure that they have studied. By the time the husband comes back, again dinner time. ऐसे ही मेरा पूरा दिन निकल जाता है. Many ladies have this complaint. See? But at the same time, she's been listening for many years now. I don't know if she's here. No, she's not here. I can take example. And even if she's there, how does it matter? It's only positively I'm saying. Just like another person came. She said, Swamiji, yes, do you do consultation? मैंने कहा, बोलो क्या बोलना है? No, how much do you charge? Kannada, some Kannada, your community fellow. हाँ? तो मैंने कहा हाउ मच कैन यू अफोर्ड? She says, no, my mind is going. I said, go and see a psychiatrist then, or a psychologist, or something. Why you have to? She used to live on the other side of the bridge. So, no, I want to speak to you. I said, okay, then come. तो मैं ऐसी पहले तो टांग खींची कि कितना अफोर्ड कर सकती है. मैंने कहा तू आ जा यार, तेरे को जो बोलना है बोल के डाउनलोड करके चली जा. आई, पहले डाउनलोड किया, शक्ल घर के अंदर घुसते ही स्वामी जी, my life is tough. 3 months I have not got a job. They retrenched me. I said, did you get a package? Yes. Was it good? Yes. Then why are you complaining? पैकेज भी अच्छा मिला है. ऐसे भगवान has given you 3 months, 2 months, that time 2 months holiday. Enjoy the holiday. Nothing stays. Afterwards you will get, she was into good job, profession, you will get a job. And by chance it so happened that very next week she got the job. But she got the job in Dandenong. And she was living in Wheelers Hill. Oh sorry, क्या Werribee. Werribee से Dandenong आती थी. 2-3 महीने फिर she forgot that I don't charge. Again 3-4 months later, 6 months later, बताया भी नहीं कि मेरे को नौकरी मिल गई. फिर स्वामी जी, I said yes. स्वामी जी, I want to consult. She forgot. How much do you charge? मैंने कहा आ जाए, भूल गई क्या? ये नौकरी लग गई? कहती है हाँ. मैंने कहा then I'm going to charge you now. आ गई, आके क्या बोला, फिर हंसते हुए नहीं कि आई गॉट अ जॉब एंड एवरीथिंग, फिर वही रोना वाला मुंह, क्राइंग फेस. एंड व्हाट इज द क्राइंग फेस? स्वामी जी, आई लिव इन Werribee and my job is in Dandenong. Every day I have to drive 2 hours and I have to come here in the traffic and go away back in the traffic. Is this life? I can't. And my child is young and she's in her year 10 or 11 and my husband is also working. खाना बनाने का टाइम नहीं है, डिनर बनाने का टाइम नहीं है. मैंने कहा फिर घर खरीद ले. कहाँ पे खरीदूँ? मलगरे में खरीद ले, कीसबरो में खरीद ले, डैंडेनोंग में खरीद ले. She says, yeah, I can do that. मैंने कहा, how come you can do that? Because husband has lost his job now. And they bought the house in somewhere here. And after living here for फिर बताया नहीं कि घर खरीद लिया. By chance I met her somewhere. And she says, Swamiji, I said, how come you are here? Oh, we bought the house here. मैंने कहा, your what do you call, क्या बोलते हैं यार उसको, your dakshina is increasing now. The consultancy fees is increasing because again you didn't tell me that you have bought the house. You didn't tell me you got the job. You didn't tell me you got the house. And while they were living, her husband got the job. उनका वही job in Perth. After 2 years now, 1 year or something, when it had come up to her that he is there, he has to get a house there, he has to rent there, and she's here, and here उनके अपने खर्चे हैं. Again, she did not come with the good news. Again, bad रोना धोना, all the tears coming out. Swamiji, what do I do? I said, resign from here, go to Perth. Is this life that I have to live separate from the husband? Is this life that the child needs the father? I say, absolutely. Then you go there. What about job? You will get one there. And she did. By chance हो गया, चली गई. I went to Perth with Swamiji. Again she came. फिर रोते हुए, हंसते हुए नहीं, रोते हुए. क्यों? Swamiji, I got the job, but my husband lost the job. Second year again I went to Perth. Again she came crying. My husband got the job in India. What should I do now? क्या करेंगे यार? अब ये ऐसे एग्जाम्पल्स हमारे सामने आ जाते हैं.
आप फीस चार्ज कर ही लो सर।
हैं? अब कितना यानी कसम खाली है, वी हैव टेकन अ वाव नेवर टू बी हैप्पी अंडर एनी सर्कमस्टांस, और मे बी दे फील लाइक क्राइंग व्हेन दे सी अ स्वामी. Let's download here and become free for the rest of the year. देखो. So hail to that, or where? This is the one. Hail to that Almighty Lord in you, who having evolved the universe by His thought alone. So where is the problem in that person? In his or her mind alone. It is our thinking. It is our thought fixation. Whether it is the excitement that we experience if a child is born, or the sadness that we experience if someone has passed away. Are we able to maintain a balanced approach to life, or are we also shunting with ha ha hu hu, rote raho haste raho? रोना और हंसना अलाउड है, but are you disturbed inside? That is the question. See, and we are biggest problems for us ourselves by our own thinking. So here he says that who having evolved the universe by his thought alone and then entered it in the form of the jiva, individual soul. Then what is the problem with us? We believe that we are thinking. We believe that we are thinking. If you believe that Ishvara alone is expressing as the thoughts in the mind, He alone is expressing as the thoughts, He alone is expressing as the life in this body, He alone is expressing as the whole universe, He alone is expressing as the jiva. Jiva meaning the one who is experiencing everything. If you remain tethered to the Ishvara, फिर तो तुम्हारे को कोई टेंशन ही नहीं, then you are equal to all these rishis. But our problem is we consider ourselves only to be this body. That is the problem. The only difference between Jiva and Ishvara is Jiva considers he is this body, Ishvara doesn't consider himself as one body, and therefore he is in love with Maya, his Prakriti, his potentiality. That potentiality is expressing as the entire universe. So therefore he is one with the entire universe. Just like, and he is not attached to the entire universe which Maya has created. Just like in the dream, your mind creates the whole universe, dream universe. When I tell you that your mind alone became everything, yes, then you wake up. Are you attached to your universe? Are you attached to the body? Are you attached to the wife? Are you attached to the food? Are you attached to the experiences? Are you attached to your children? Nothing. You are not attached to anything. In one flick of a second, the moment you wake up, you give it zero value. That is the ability. So that ability of Ishvara is expressing through you when that happens. But उसके बाद फिर फंस जाते हैं. मेरे भैंस को डंडा क्यों मारा? एक गाना है ना. बदला लेंगे. So here he says thought alone and then entered it in the form of Jiva, individual. So first the equipment is created, then life expresses. First the car is created, then the driver gets in. नहीं, पहले ड्राइवर आ गया, उसके बाद फिर कार उसके आसपास इकट्ठी कर दी. मम्मी थोड़ी ना पुर्जे जोड़ते रहो. So पहले, and what is car? Now what is car? What is a vehicle? Vehicle is an assembly of many parts put together, isn't it? Isn't this vehicle also an assembly of what? Hands, legs, right hand, left leg, head, ears, eyes, everything is different. Every part of your body has a different functionality. Car also, every part is different. No part is exactly the same. That coming together of all the parts is called a car. But every part has its own name. Similarly, all parts, right hand, left hand, but all parts put together, a name is given. What? Body car. जैसे उधर कार बोलते हैं यहाँ जिसको बॉडी. Now, can car function by itself? No. Then what do you need? You need a driver. So who's the driver here? That is the question. That is the, either you consider I am the driver of this body, it is my body, I am going to take it, I am healthy, I am sick, I have to achieve, I have to be successful, I am a failure, whatever. फिर तो many lives you have to go through. But if you consider that the driver of this body is the Ishvara, and I am not other than the Ishvara, or I am the Ansh of Ishvara, whichever way you take it, then the whole approach will be different. Then how does the driver drive the car? He puts the key in. आजकल तो touch button है. आजकल तो button भी नहीं चाहिए. You press the accelerator and the car starts. What is that pressing the accelerator? One desire. That Paramatma, first desire means Prakriti, desire means Maya. Then what happens? When you press the accelerator, suddenly the car comes to life. Now, does the car have a life of its own? No. But where did this energy come from? From all the parts put together. But why did all the parts put together could not start by themselves? Because it needed a driver. It needed the will of the driver to start the car, and he uses the car for whatever purpose, right? Then what is that energy which is moving the car? That is the horsepower. What is your horsepower? ब्रेन नहीं, ब्रेन तो पार्ट हो गया, ब्रेन पार्ट हो गया. Brain is a physical thing. So just like car has an engine without which horsepower cannot be created. So without brain, thinking will not be possible for this particular car. You can put it that way. No, no, that is the power. So what is that power which makes the car function? What is that power? Where does that power come? Where does that power come in the iron filing to make it move towards the mother magnet? Is the mother magnet touching it? No. Is it calling it? No. Is it invoking its energy? Yeah, take little bit from mine and then make your... No. When you take the comb, rub it in your head and you have these small paper balls. What are you doing? You just come and they start dancing. Who is making, where is that energy coming from? Is that why those paper balls why they did not dance before, and why they started dancing when the comb was brought? So similarly, why did the car not run by itself? It only ran when the driver came in. See? So is driver the energy which is driving the car? No. Where is the energy coming from? From the car itself. Because the moving parts. Exactly the same way. Exactly that. Is the jiva running the body? No. So that Ishvara alone has entered into the car called the body. In his presence, the body becomes activated. When 5-6 months old when in the tummy. 4-5 months, the soul enters, according to Bhagavad, and everything gets activated. Now, as it gets activated, the energy, the life has come in. What is that? That is life, the Chetana, which was, so what was, how was the, for first 3-4 months, how was the baby in the fetus in the tummy, how was it growing? On mother. So it was just a mass of flesh multiplying. But now there is life in it. So you have come, Ishvara has come and sat in the car. जैसी कार में बैठेगा, the mind will come into, will get activated. When does mind get activated? Is the mind activated in the womb or outside? If there's no straight answer. Why? Because Prahlad heard the Bhagavatam in the womb of his mother. Shukdevji Maharaj heard the entire Bhagavatam in the womb of his mother, and he got realized in the womb only, and he didn't want to come out for 12 years. You see? But can the mind get activated without life, without the Jivatma? Not possible. So here, instead of saying that I am the body, I have responsibility, I have to do something, achieve something, reach somewhere, I am born, I am going to die, how long is this misery going to go, when will good times come in my life, and so on and so forth, continuously. Instead, a sadhu purush, that Samadarshi purush which we talked about, Brahmana or sadhu, what is he? Because now rishis are speaking, no? So they are recognizing that it is Ishvara alone who is everything. Is Nimitta Karan also, Upadan Karan also. That only he knows. But as in, if you think that you see the body, but where is your attention? Is your attention on the body, or is your attention on the infinite principle, the divine principle? So merely knowing it is divine is not enough. How he is functioning, how he has come down to be in this body, that process also needs to be known. Otherwise, how will you sort this world out for your mind? Realization is only when there is no doubt with respect to Jeev, Jagat, Ishwar. There is no doubt with respect to the relationship between Jiva and Ishvara, Jiva and Jagat, and Ishvara and Jagat. So when all these questions are not sorted out, which may happen by grace only, but realization is not merely कि हा हु करके उससे कुछ नहीं होता. Bhakti चाहिए. Why you need bhakti? To make mind single pointed, to make mind purified. But in that purified, single pointed, undistracted mind, if it is focused in the right position like these rishis, then the knowledge must also, bhakti must lead to knowledge. And this is what we see in these rishis. They are listening to the beautiful story, but they are not, because it's nectar to the ears. But they have not forgotten that when they are listening to this entire Bhagavatam, where is their attention? Is their attention on their world? Is their attention on the congregation? Yes and no, but what is their disposition? That all this is the play of the Lord alone. Are we experiencing that? Is this the play of the Lord alone? That seeing, hearing, touching, feeling, tasting, thinking, waking, dreaming, sleeping, walking, talking, listening, everything is the Lord playing with himself. The Guru, Shishya, the Lord, devotee, everything is he alone has become everything. Just like that one Paramatma alone is Ishwar and Prakriti. That Ishwar Prakriti alone is Brahma with Brahmani, Vishnu with Lakshmi, Shiva with Parvati. And then it goes on. Are we able to? That knowledge is also important. That this knowledge is not given anywhere except Sanatana Dharma. Is it true? Is it true? Relatively, it is true. For if you consider yourself an individual, this information is true. This knowledge is true. For a realized person, it doesn't need this knowledge. But then, what do our scriptures say? The person who is realized and who is the Shrotriya Brahmanist, he is realized and he confirms that the Vedas are correct. The Upanishads, what they are saying is, it's not that they have to confirm only then he will be considered as a realized master. But we see all the masters that we have come across or have of the past, they have all said in their writings, in their speeches, that whatever the Upanishads are saying, whatever the Bhagavad Gita is saying, whatever the Bhagavatam is saying is 110% correct. There is no question or doubt about it. See? तो इसके लिए here he says, who having evolved the universe by his thought alone and then entered it in the form of a jiva, individual soul, appears like a dreaming man as the doer through the three gunas, modes of Prakriti, which are the real agents, and who, though appearing as endowed with the three gunas, is yet their controller, absolute, and one without a second, and the preceptor of all in the form of Veda. Is it not? This thought, I have said it so many times. What is that? Don't you know, from childhood till today, every day there was a waking experience, dream experience, and sleep experience. They have come and gone every day of your living life, isn't it? Now, point to note, waker cannot know the dream experience nor the sleep experience. The sleeper cannot know the dream experience or the waking experience. The dreamer cannot know the waking experience and the sleep experience. Then who is saying, when you say, all of you are nodding, who is the person who is saying, yes, I know that for all the years of my life, every day these three states have come and gone? Who is this person? It cannot be the waker, it cannot be the dreamer, it cannot be the sleeper. Then who is this? Catch that fellow. Be that fellow. That is the truth. So you are at this moment truth also, and imagining that you are the individual also, or imagining you are the agent also. So who is waker? Waker is an agent who is only identified with the waking experience. Dreamer is an agent who is identified only with the dream experience. Seer is an agent who is identified only with color and form. Hearer is an agent who is, meaning I, who is only identified with one faculty. Who is the one? So you take this whole gamut of instruments together, you call it the jiva. But is jiva precipitating into jiva? Jiva you did not create. Jiva is a natural phenomena. Natural phenomena. You cannot do anything about it. But now question is the jiva the ego I, or is the jiva a part of the total, or is the jiva the infinite Paramatma? Which one do you consider yourself to be? Can you consider yourself to be something in the past? No. Can you consider yourself to be something in the future? No. Right here and now. Which one are you? Are you the ego I? Ego I means you have become the ego is the agent. So you have become the seer, hearer, toucher, feeler, taster, thinker, waker, dreamer, sleeper, borner, dyer, whatever. Wherever there is an ER in the end, which is called becoming, it is the agent. Are you that one? Are you wrongly considering yourself to be that? Because the I, this point is not given here. I'm just expanding. मजा आ रहा है मेरे को, तुम्हें नहीं आ रहा है तो मैं क्या करूँ? हाँ? So this I, where does the I come? Is the I the jiva? Where does the I thought come? Where does the I thought come? Where does the idea that I am a seer, I am a hearer, I am a waker, I am a dreamer, I am a walker, speaker, where does this I come? In the mind. Good. It comes in the mind. Now go back to what we are talking about. Mind means manifestation and unmanifestation. Mind means instrument, right? That is where the activity gets initiated, and that activity in the form of desire, then it gets expressed as action. Okay? Now, activity is in the mind. Activity is not in the consciousness. Activity is not in the consciousness. Car is moving. You are not moving. You are sitting in the car. But in your presence, by your foot touching or your pressing a button, the equipment gets activated. But so here, that is a very limited example. Here, the moment the Lord enters into this body as the jiva, immediately the Prakriti gets activated. And what is the activation of Prakriti? Aham idam. It takes some time. Some children speak at 1 year old, some children take longer, some children take 2-3 years. Shukdev Ji Maharaj took 12 years to speak his first word. When he came to this congregation in front of Parikshit, then he spoke the first word. Till then he had not spoken a single word. It took him 12 years to utter one word. See? So that is the activation is in the mind. There is no one who is activating it. It is the nature of Prakriti to get activated, to get unactivated. Unactivated is sleep, activation is waking and dream. So are you at this moment considering yourself to be the agent which is an expression of the mind? Or are you considering that you are the overseer? Samadarshina, the word came, the sadhu purushas. So equanimous means everything will go on as it is supposed to, because that is its program. But you find yourself the overseer. You find yourself to be the observer. You find yourself to be undisturbed by what is going on. You do not become anyone. Seeing is going on, hearing is going on, waking is going on, dream is going on, sleep is going on, hunger is going on, but you do not become anything. You do not become the seer, you do not become the hearer, you do not become the... And this is what Markandeya ji has experienced. That's why he is the sage Markandeya. This is what the nature of the lords also, Bhagavan also is like that. This is the nature of all the rishis, sage Vashishta, sage Vishwamitra. How much we have seen the life of Vishwamitra, how many papad he had to belafy in order to get to be the Brahma Rishi, to come to this point. But it is a flick right now. Either you are in the mind or you are observing the mind. Story over. Now, we find it very difficult to keep observing the mind. We find it very difficult to keep observing the mind. And that's where the problem comes. Now you do your sadhana so that in a day, 2, 3, 4, 5, remind yourself every 10 minutes if you want. Take one step back. Okay, I am the one who knows the waker, dreamer, sleeper. सब चल रहा है, चलने दो. Oh, एक सेकंड के लिए हाँ मजा आ गया, क्वाइट हो गए, अगेन कंटिन्यू. धीरे धीरे उसकी आदत पड़ जाएगी तुम्हें. to stand apart. We don't know how to stand apart. Our nature is, in essence, we are always standing apart. But we are, because we have considered we are the mind. Remember, car can never become the driver. Car can never become the driver. Mind can never become the self. Because mind is duality, self is unity of experience. Through duality, you can never come to know the unity. So stop considering yourself to be the mind. फिर माइंड का क्या करें? Rediscover the mind to be nothing but the self alone. This is the art of our scriptures. That is the Anvaya sadhana. That is the Sahasra Shirsha Purusha Sahasraksha Sahasrapad. So first you wean yourself out of the mind, consider yourself to be the spirit or the pure consciousness, and then what do? Now, right now, if you listen to Swamiji's lectures, he is taking that Yoga Vashishta. In that similar, what Markandeya went through, exactly that Gadhi Raja, not Gadha, Gadhi. He also went through the same thing. And he comes out and he finds himself, what did he do? He's sitting, he goes to those who have come with me to Gangaji. I told you, breathe out through your left nostril, go under the water, offer whatever you need to offer mentally to Gangaji, and breathe out from the right, and it will be purified. Automatic श्रद्धा के साथ करना है, शिफ्ट हो जाता है अपने आप. बिकॉज अघमर्षण स्तोत्र, सूक्त, सूक्त है कि स्तोत्र है, एक लाइन है. तो महानारायण उपनिषद में भी आता है उसका. तो while he is under the water, in that suddenly 8 years he lives in that 1 second dip and coming out. बिकॉज माइंड कितना इमेजिन करता है, एंड व्हाट डज, जो कुछ भी उसने इमेजिन किया तुम सबने सुना है, बट एग्जैक्टली व्हाट सेज मार्कंडेय वेंट थ्रू. सी, एंड एग्जैक्टली आवर माइंड इज ऑल्सो. सो कैच दिस अबाउट योर माइंड, दैट डोंट बी द ईदर फर्स्ट come out of the mind, recognize that you are the self. Anvaya sadhana is difficult initially, to consider everything as divine. Then why अभी परसों ही कोई आया था ना घर पे, why the world is like this, why there is so much killing, and why there is so much misery, and why there is so much corona. किसी के घर गए थे हम. तो there is no end to this crime. You have given it reality, you are suffering, you find a solution, man. So first get out of it, and then after coming out of the mind by pranayam, through japa, through whatever exercise you want to practice, then expose that mind to this type of knowledge, to Vedanta, to scriptures. And even if you don't come across it, no problem, be available to the conscious principle. Okay, I'm not disturbed by the mind. Then what? Always living in fear. When the mind is going to overtake me? When is the mind going to grab me? No fear. Now be available, be yourself. Be yourself. And then if your attention is on that, automatically अंदर से ही scriptures आने शुरू हो जाएंगे. अंदर से ही. Then why do we come to study the scriptures? Because we are not having the perseverance to with and the faith that the scriptures can come from inside. The answer is you. Answer is not outside. Scriptures also say, once you have realized it, you have to give only our Sanatan Dharma says, once you have come to be what we are talking about, give us up. Don't hang on to us. And that is what, like a dreaming man, as the doer the three gunas, modes of Prakriti, which are the real agents, and who, through the though endowed with the three gunas, is yet their controller, absolute, and one without a second, and the preceptor all in the form of the Vedas. So that Paramatma alone is appearing as everything. He is alone appearing as the one who is expressing through everything. There is nothing outside of him because he is one without a second. And how does he become everything? Through his potentiality, through his Maya, which expresses as Sattva Rajas, and everything is then. For us it is so real. We were yesterday and today we are here, and again we will go into tomorrow. What is your experience about yesterday, today and tomorrow that happened in the dream? Sometimes you live so many years in the dream, isn't it? What is your attitude towards it? It was only a dream. क्या बेकार फालतू की बातें मत करो स्वामी जी. So then why you are so serious about waking? My Pati Dev, my wife, my bacche, my investments, my body, I should not get corona. कोरोना आता है जो करोना करता रहता है, जो करता है. If you remain as an agent, karta, if you remain an agent, then everything will come and stick to you, even what you want or what you don't want. So get out of that. Last, tasmai namo bhagavate triguණाय गुणात्मने केवलाय द्वितीयाय gurave brahmamurtaye. Salutations to that Lord who is the one who is expressing, whose expression is the Maya and the three gunas, and who is expressing through the three gunas, who is the Atma of the three gunas. Triguණाय गुणात्मने kevalaya dvitiyaya. He who is kevala, he who is the one alone, he is advitiyaya, he is one without a second. Gurave Brahma Murtaye, and he is the Guru of all, he is the Brahma Guru, he is the Sadguru, and he is the Brahma Murtaye, he is the form of the infinite, he is the form of the greater than the greatest. Brahma means larger than the largest, heavier than the heaviest, greater than the greatest. And that, don't forget, all this is not external, that you are in essence. Kam vrunenu param bhuman varam tvad varadarshanat yad darshanat purna kamaha satya kama puman bhavet. He says, what greater boon shall I ask you? Because Shivji asked him, hey, says Markandeya, you have to ask a boon, because our presence, now that I have come to I only know how to give. Yes, I may be the destroyer who takes away everything, but in your case, I have to give. That is also a blessing, this is also a blessing. So he says, what greater boon I shall ask of you, O perfect one, than yourself, whose very sight is blessed, thou through whose sight man bids fair to get sated and become true of resolve. ये प्रेयर अपनी होनी चाहिए रोज की, every day's prayer. So what should I ask? Should I ask Swamiji? No, not Swamiji. What? Lord Shiva? Which Lord do you have there? All the Lords. So, buffet is there. Lord Krishna. Please help me pass my year 12. Please help me get me a job. Please help me get me married. Please help me give a good lecture. Please help me understand. Where is your attention when we say three Oms and Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu? Where is our attention? Is it looking forward to the joy of listening to the Leela? Or is it equanimous the moment Om is uttered, mind is uttering, mouth is speaking, and you are watching, where is your attention? Are you expecting something at that moment? Are you feeling that your house is blessed? Are you feeling your ears are blessed? हमने कुछ पुण्य किया होगा इसलिए हमको भागवत में सुनने को मिल रही है. Many people think that way. Or all that is true also, but where is your attention? Is your attention that if I satsang ho gaya, all walls are not going to get realized. Neither the body is going to get realized. Neither the mind is going to get realized. Then who is going to get realized? Ego can never get realized. Why? Because his job is to either be a seer, hearer, toucher, feeler, thinker, always an agent. Ego also cannot get realized. Then Jivatma, is the self going to realize? Self is of the nature of Paramatma. It also cannot get realized. So, what about realization? That is the truth. That is the truth, if you can digest it. Truly speaking, we are already realized. So this idea of realization is only as long as you think you are the mind, as long as you think you are in bondage, as long as you think you are limited. Till then, there is this, the scriptures has given the idea of realization to counteract the bondage. But when you come to be the self, neither the bondage is there nor the realization is there. Then what is there? I alone am. What is that? Kevalaya advitiyaya. I am one without a second. Then whom will you say that to? Nobody. Because you cannot say it also. It is a thought-free realization. A thought-free, not realization, thought-free knowing. And thought-free knowing is being. So he says that what boon can I ask you, O Lord Shiva, other than yourself? You are the greatest devotee of Lord Narayana, of Lord Vishnu. So after seeing you, how can I ask for anything else? You are everything. Because sage Markandeya, all that we just talked about, he already knows it. That's why Bhagavan has come in that particular form to him. So, now, you come, suppose you come to speak to me and I say, नहीं, अभी बाद में आना, अभी मैं इसको पहले you are the patient in queue and your turn comes and suddenly the doctor says, hey, side ho. ये सब गड़बड़ हो गया ना फिर. Immediately there will be reaction. I have been waiting here for half an hour. So said Markandeya, I have been meditating for millions of years. I was under the clutches of Maya for millions of years. This is all secret language that they have expressed through the stories. Just like Markandeya was shunting for millions of years, we have also been shunting for millions of years. So he says, O Lord Shiva, you are the perfect one. Tu param bhuman varam tvad varadarshanad. And then yourself, you have given me darshan, that itself is enough. I don't need anything else. What? ये तो फिर तो भिखारी बन गए ना. दर्शन भी मिल गया, उसके बाद अच्छा मेरे को उसके ऊपर बोनस भी चाहिए. सैलरी भी मिल गई, बोनस भी चाहिए. इसका एंड नहीं है. इसका एंड नहीं है. खाना खा लिया, हाँ पेट भर गया, हाँ भर गया. नहीं पर गुलाब जामुन चलेगा, उसके लिए जगह फिर बना ओवरफुल हो जाएगा, लेकिन ले लेंगे. So he says, no desire. Sage Markandeya ji has got no desire. He is fulfilled in what is taking place at that moment. That is important. He says, after having your darshan, there is nothing that I need anymore, because everything is satisfied by your darshan. But Bhagwan has said, I want to give you a boon, ask a boon. If that word has come out of his mouth, can it go unfulfilled? It will create, so it has to be adhered to. So, Varamekam vrunethapi purnat kamabhivarshanat bhagavatyachyutam bhaktim tatpareshu tatha tvahi. Nonetheless, I ask one boon of you, not because I want it, but because you are eager to give me one, and I don't want people to say, the world to say, the creation to say that Bhagwan gave the boon and he could not give the boon because the devotee did not take it. So Bhagwan ka naam kharab hoega na. So he says, nonetheless, I ask one boon of you who are not only self-sufficient, but shower blessings on your devotees, unfailing devotion to the Almighty Lord Vishnu, and those devoted to him as well as to yourself. So who is Lord Shiva? Lord Shiva is the greatest devotee of Lord Vishnu. Whom does he meditate on? He meditates on Vishnu or Narayana. Whom does Brahmaji meditate on? Vishnu or Narayana. See? So who is the best person to give you blessings? Now sage Markandeya has been taking Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudeva or Om Namo Vishnave, Om Namo Narayanaya. He has been chanting for so many years. Now it has come to Falibhut. Falibhut means now he is not looking for a result, but it is bound to come. So he says, please give, if you want, you give it, who are not, because you are self-sufficient. Self-sufficient, you are not lacking in anything. You can fulfill anything, anywhere, at any time, of anyone. That is self-sufficiency. Instantaneously. Not, अच्छा, क्या चाहिए? क्या? Coffee. अच्छा, wait, 5 minutes. It will take 5 minutes. 5 minutes is long time. Instantaneously. And shower blessings on your devotees. So you are self-sufficient. Why you are self-sufficient? Because of your devotion to the Lord Narayana. And you are able to shower blessings on your devotees also. And to whom? And what he wants is, he wants blessings on himself and on all the devotees to have unfailing devotion towards the feet of Lord Vishnu. That's what he wants. And who can give that? One who is a devotee of Lord Vishnu. Lord Shiva is the greatest devotee of Lord Vishnu. And that's what he asks. Kitna sundar. Last, I think, once before I had taken Bhagavatam, I completed in 4 years. What a joke I must have done out of it. I know. I must have just run through it that time. इतना सा लिखा है, पर कितना इसमें डेप्थ है. क्या टाइम है? हाँ, सूत उवाच. We'll do these 3 and then conclude. सूत उवाच इत्यर्चितो वितुष्टश्च मुनिना सूक्तया गिरा तमाह भगवान् शर्वः शर्वया चाभिनन्दितः कामो महर्षि सर्वोऽयं भक्तिमास्त्वमघोक्षजे आकल्पान्ताद्यशः पुण्यम् अजरामरता तथा ज्ञानं त्रैकालिकं ब्रह्मन् विज्ञानं च विरक्तिमत ब्रह्मवर्चस्विनो भूयात् पुराणाचार्यतास्तु ते. इत्यर्चितो वितुष्टश्च मुनिना सूक्तया गिरा तमाह भगवान् शर्वः शर्वया चाभिनन्दितः. Thus worshipped and glorified by the sage in sweet words, Lord Shiva, the destroyer of the universe, supported by his consort, who is she? Our Uma or Parvati, addressed him thus, what did he say? He said, Kamo maharshe sarvoyam bhakti man swamadhokshaje akalpanantad yashah punyam ajara marata tatha. He says, full of devotion as you are to Lord Vishnu, who is above sense perceptions, meaning not the Vishnu that you imagine. If we look at the statue behind us of Lord Krishna, we must not get stuck to it. That statue is there so that our mind can become focused, our mind can become single pointed, concentrated by thinking about it and become purified. If you are listening to Keno Upanishad that we are taking on Wednesdays, there is Yaksha Purush. The story is, third chapter is the story. And there the Devas has fought the Asuras. And after fighting the Asuras, they are saying, hey, I killed so many. Did you see how I killed that one? I cleaned him up. I killed him. And all the Devatas are boasting. And suddenly, while they are boasting and thumping each other's back, suddenly in the horizon, far away in the sky, because Indra, heaven, doesn't have a building. It's only walls. Oh no, छत नहीं है, दीवार भी नहीं है, सिर्फ फ्लोर है. देखा ना, पिक्चर में तो देखा जाके आया there are no walls, there is no roof, only floor and pillars. So far away they see a yaksha. Yaksha means an apparition. And he says, if you are, and when they see him, they say, Indra, who's this? He says, yeah, you are working for me, you go and find out. So first Agni goes and finds out that a yaksha, he says, hey, who are you? Introduce yourself. He says, I am fire, god of fire, and my name is Jataveda. Two names he says. And meaning, because of whom the whole universe is getting the form. Acha, and I can burn anything. This also he didn't ask, but he gave him information. He said, Acha, take this blade, I put this blade of grass, see if you can burn. If you can't burn, give up your false arrogance and go back. And he tries and tries, pasina, Agni ko pasina aa jata hai. He can't burn, goes away. Then Vayu Devta comes, he also is not able to burn. He also burn means he is not able to destroy, because Vayu can go anywhere. It is keeping the whole cosmos in its place, because there is the cosmic wind is there. Not only the breeze which is on the earth, that is air. So then Indra goes. So now why I came to this? Because Agni, Vayu and Indra, they alone could have proximity to that Yaksha. Yaksha is that Brahman, that Ishvara, whatever you may call it. Indra could communicate to him. Vayu, god of wind, he could communicate to him. When Indra goes, the moment he goes there, he sees something. The moment he is able to work out what it is, it vanishes. Indra is the mind. So, in दोनों का बाप कौन है? Of all the senses, mind is the lord of the, Indra is the lord of the mind. And what are the lower? The sun god, the moon god, the Ashwini Kumar, and all the different gods. So when Indra goes, he is not able to see. So same thing happens in our journey also. When you are able to focus your mind on a statue like this, which is a representation of that divine, why? Where is Agni functioning? It's functioning in two ways. It's functioning as speech and it's functioning as the eyes. Eyes are able to take the form and mouth is able to chant the name. Understand? And we need some support. As long as you think you are the mind, mind needs the support. You take the support, become focused. But can the vision or can the sound reach the truth? Yato vacho nivartante. Speech cannot reach the truth. Speech is the quality of space. Or yes, space or and the expression is the Agni. So it cannot reach. Then Vayu also cannot reach. Aprapya manasa saha, Taittiriya Upanishad says. Mind, which means Indra also cannot reach the truth, which means mind, because what is the nature of mind? To objectify. To objectify. And what are its two polarities? Manifestation and unmanifestation. He was doing manifestation through the various devatas, but when the mind itself went, not using the instruments that it is the Lord over, when the mind itself went. So when you go searching for the self, who will vanish? Self will not vanish. Mind will vanish. Then in that Upanishad, then it comes, we are there at the moment, that it vanishes. But Indra, like other gods, he did not come back. अरे यार कोई भी नहीं है, बेकार में मेरे को भेज दिया, टाइम वेस्ट कर दिया मेरा, मैं अपना आराम से सुरापान कर रहा था, डांस देख रहा था. No, they came defeated, but he didn't, because that's why he's the Lord of the Devas. He kept looking at the spot where the Yaksha was present. And when he's not able to, but then the qualities are given. All the qualities that we saw here and much more. He kept looking at that moment, because the nature of the mind is to objectify. Nature of the mind is to objectify. He wants to experience something. So there, instead of Brahman, the potentiality of the Ishvara, the Uma, she appears. And he says, who was that Yaksha? She says, that was Brahman, tera baap. Without him, you are nothing. Because he is by nature successful, therefore you are victorious. Then he comes and tells everyone. What does it mean? When the mind comes and tells, the Agni Devata, Vayu Devata, Chandra Devata, Surya Devata, means every faculty becomes divinized. That is the Anvaya Sadhana. Your whole vision changes when you look at the world. This is grace. तो ये भी जरूरी है, बट उसका आगे क्या होना है वो भी पता होना चाहिए ना. So here he says that full of devotion as you are to Lord Vishnu, who is above sense perceptions, O great sage, let all this desire of yours be fulfilled. And what was the desire of his? That let me as well as all the devotees have forever the devotion towards the feet of the Lord. Desire of yours be fulfilled. Let your fame end. Now this is extra that Lord Shiva is blessing to sage Markandeya. He says, let your fame endure till the end of Kalpa. Kalpa is equal to 72 cycles of Chaturyugas. Satyug, Tretayug, Dwapar Yuga and Kalyug. 72 cycles. One Kalpa is 1 day of Brahmaji. Is it correct? Something like that. If I am wrong, correct. Work it out. It's beyond my calculations. So for that period of time, Markandeya is going to be there, Sapta Rishi are going to be there, Hanumanji is going to be there. Who else is going to be there? Who is that fellow? Parshuram is going to be there, and all those. So for the whole Kalpa, let religious merit and immunity from old age and death be enjoyed by you, and let knowledge relating to the past, present and future and self-realization coupled with this passion and the teachership of a Purana fall to your lot, invested as you are with Brahminical scriptural guru. कितना दे दिया यार? What did he ask? Only devotion towards his Aradhya Lord Vishnu. And what has Bhagwan Lord Shiva given him? He has given him a long life. He has given him self-realization. He has given self-realization with the ability to communicate self-realization to other seekers. He has given him the ability to talk on the scriptures. और क्या? इन्हें सुन के मेरे सारे बाल खड़े हो रहे हैं. हम सबके अंदर एक एक मार्कंडे कहीं है, सबके अंदर है. And why? Because you are invested with, because you are integrated, because you are living a life of dharma. Dharma does not mean doing duties. Dharma means contemplating on Brahman. So who is contemplating on Brahman? Markandeya. Who is Markandeya? With a body and mind. What is Brahman? Everything. So he is focused on, and how is he focusing on Brahman? Through Lord Vishnu. See? Because of Lord Vishnu, Lord Shiva came. Has he studied any scriptures? No, now he will. Because he starts giving to all the, he tells the scriptures to everyone afterwards. Let knowledge relating to past, present and future. Now he is able to see the past, present. How did our Maharishi Vedvyas, how was he able to write all the Puranas? Because he has the knowledge of past and future. Because he knew about the future, that we are going to be born, Buddhu. तो हमारी सहायता करने के लिए, that we don't get lost, he put all the scriptures in the written form. Because remember how this Bhagavad began. It was only Chatushloki Bhagavad, only 4 shlokas. When Narad, Lord Brahmaji gave 4 shlokas to Narad, Narad gave 4 shlokas to Vedvyasji. Thinking about those 4 shlokas, he went into the past. What did I do in my previous cycle? Then he wrote down the whole Purana, all Puranas. And with this blessing, the story continues. We'll look at it in our next class. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.